The number that predicts how long you'll live isn't your cholesterol. It isn't your blood pressure. It isn't your weight. It's a number most doctors never measure, and most people have never heard of it. It's called VO2 Max. And the research says it's the single most powerful predictor of how long you'll live ever discovered. Here's what it is and how to improve it for free. Right now, your VO2 max is declining every single year. From the age of 25, the average person loses 1% of their cardiovascular fitness annually. By 50, that's a 25% decline. By 65, you've lost nearly half. And here's why that matters. A landmark study from the Cleveland Clinic followed over 120,000 people for more than 20 years. The people in the bottom 25% for cardiovascular fitness had a mortality risk 500% higher than those in the top 25%. 500%. That's a bigger risk factor than smoking, bigger than diabetes, bigger than heart disease. You have been told your whole life to worry about your cholesterol. Nobody told you about this number. VO2 Max research isn't fringe science. It's been validated across hundreds of peer-reviewed studies spanning decades. Peter Attia, one of the world's leading longevity physicians, calls it the most important vital sign your doctor isn't measuring. The data backs him up completely. This is what the science actually says. Let's break it down. VO2 max is your body's maximum capacity to consume oxygen during exercise. Think of it as your engine size. The bigger your engine, the more oxygen your heart, lungs, and muscles can process, the harder and longer you can work before hitting your limit. It's measured in milliliters of oxygen per kilogram of body weight per minute. The average sedentary 40-year-old man sits around 35. Elite endurance athletes hit 70 to 85. But here's what the research shows. You don't need to be an athlete to get the longevity benefits. You just need to not be at the bottom. Moving from the lowest 25% to just the middle of the pack reduces your risk of early death by more than 50%. That's the target. Not elite, just not terrible. A doctor who doesn't measure your VO2 max is like a mechanic who checks your tire pressure but never looks at the engine. Here's the problem. A proper VO2 max test requires a treadmill, a breathing mask, and a sports science lab. It costs $200 to $500, and most GPs have no way to administer it. So it gets skipped. Every annual physical, every health screening, every time. Instead, you get your blood pressure checked, a cholesterol panel, and maybe a BMI calculation. A metric so outdated that researchers have been trying to retire it for 2 decades. But here's the good news. You don't need a lab test to know if your VO2 max is improving, and you don't need a lab to improve it. There's a free estimate method that's accurate enough to track your progress, and the interventions that raise it cost nothing. The Rockport Walking Test. No equipment, no lab, just a track or measured mile and your phone. Here's how it works. Walk 1 mile as fast as you can. Not running, walking. Record your time and your heart rate immediately after finishing. Then plug the numbers into a simple formula. The formula: 132.853 minus 0.0769 times your weight in pounds, minus 0.3877 times your age, plus 6.315 if you're male, minus 3.2649 times your mile time in minutes, minus 0.1565 times your finishing heart rate. Don't worry about memorizing that. Search Rockport VO2 Max calculator. Every fitness site has a free version you just plug numbers into. Do this test once. Record your number. That's your baseline. Now you have something to improve. You don't need a Peloton. You don't need a personal trainer. You need 2 types of walking and about 150 minutes a week. The most evidence-backed way to improve VO2 max for someone starting from a low baseline is Zone 2 cardio. Zone 2 means working hard enough that you could hold a conversation but wouldn't want to. A brisk walk, a moderate jog, cycling at a comfortable pace. You should feel your heart rate elevated, but you shouldn't be gasping. 150 minutes of Zone 2 per week is the threshold where research consistently shows meaningful improvement in cardiovascular fitness. That's 30 minutes, 5 days a week, or 50 minutes, 3 days a week, whatever fits your life. Once you've been doing Zone 2 consistently for 8 to 12 weeks, add 1 session per week of higher intensity work. 4 rounds of 4 minutes working hard, 3 minutes easy. That's the Norwegian 4x4 protocol. One of the most studied VO2 max interventions in the world. Free, no equipment, proven. Research from the Norwegian University of Science and Technology showed the 4x4 protocol improved VO2 max by an average of 7.2% in just 8 weeks in previously sedentary adults. 7.2% in 8 weeks. That could move you from the bottom quartile to the middle. That's the 50% mortality risk reduction from walking and 1 hard session a week. Here's what makes this connect back to last week's video. VO2 max and sleep are directly linked. Poor cardiovascular fitness makes your sleep shallower. Better fitness means deeper, more restorative sleep cycles. VO2 max and fasting work together too. Time-restricted eating improves mitochondrial efficiency, the same system that drives your oxygen processing capacity. These aren't separate protocols. They're one integrated system, and each one makes the others work better. The number that predicts your lifespan better than almost anything else is a number your doctor has probably never measured. But you can estimate it today with a 1-mile walk and your phone. And you can start improving it this week with 30 minutes of brisk walking 5 days a week. Here's your one action. This weekend, do the Rockport Walking Test. Write down your number. That's your starting point. In 12 weeks, do it again. The improvement you see in that number is the improvement in how long you're likely to live. Every week on this channel, we take the science the longevity researchers actually agree on and turn it into something you can do on a normal budget. Subscribe if that's useful to you. Next week, the blood test your GP can run right now that tells you more about your metabolic health than a $3,000 full body scan, and how to ask for it for free.